Hi, John Murray.
Hey, Kelly. Um, Actually, I haven't prepared anything. I just realized that I haven't done
This
anything.
might be our last show ever, and you haven't prepared anything?
No, I was watching soccer,
Okay, great.
and I had lunch with Andy Samuelson.
Okay, how did that go? Let me guess. He wanted to use your comp tab at the Westgate.
Yeah, we did. We did charge it to my account. Yes.
I did forget that number, by the way. I did recite it that whole weekend I was there. I still remember the first two numbers, but I just lost the rest of it in my memory. I'm sad about that.
I don't think that really is how it works, though. Like the people that ring in the comp would know that you're not me.
How? What if they don't know you?
Well,
Like, okay, when I opened the win, when I opened surrender at the win, I didn't open the win. When I opened surrender at the win, they would give us a blank thing with like all these people's faces, and you would have to memorize all the executives.
we have that. We have
But
our back.
you're not that high up on the totem pole.
Oh, no,
I
no,
never
no.
had to I never had to like memorize anybody's face that wasn't like CEO, CFO, COO,
You
president.
didn't let you didn't let me finish. We have the picture of the top executives from Florida in
Hmm.
our back offices, so in case they visit, people know who they are.
Yeah, but you should know the executives on property,
We have
especially.
that up. We have that up too. We have photos of all the VPs. That's up as well. Cammy. I think everybody knows Cammy though.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like if you were working here and you didn't recognize Cammy, you would be not paying much attention, I would say.
There you go. Fair enough.
Not
Okay.
paying much attention.
How are things over there at the Westgate SuperBook now that the madness is over?
Oh, I'd say very good. We were very happy when Illinois lost on Saturday to Connecticut. That was great. Very happy with the result of the Michigan Arizona game, which I thought was kind of a stunning result, really. Actually,
Yeah.
it was very stunning result. What am I talking about? It's extremely stunning. And then Monday, we wanted Michigan. We wanted Connecticut to cover. And that time, the Michigan guy just threw the ball up in the air. Somebody should show that
Didn't
to.
he miss free throw? Somebody missed free throws. I fell asleep. I had the under, and I had a dead on first half under. I was like, the under was like trending live. I had been up all day at the VA hospital with my dad, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go to sleep. And I woke up at 3 a.m. and I was like, oh my God, I can't believe Connecticut won outright. And I remember thinking that. And then I woke up the next morning and checked the score, and I was like, they didn't win outright. It's a very weird dream.
It wasn't a very good. You're dreaming about basketball
Well,
results
I
now.
think it's because like I fell asleep like one eyeing it on my phone because I was
Right.
so tired. That's why I was bitching about it on the internet. Normally I'm a night owl, but when I have to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, it's a little harder.
It really wasn't a very well played game. Michigan could not make a shot. Their best player was obviously hobbled, wasn't himself, but they still won pretty easily, right? I mean, it wasn't. There was never really a moment in that game where you thought Connecticut was going to win.
No,
I
not
don't.
even at halftime.
I don't think so. What
Were
was the
they down
score?
3 at half, 4 at half?
I thought they were down 6.5. Is that wrong?
Maybe.
I don't know. But there was
All I
never
know
a
is I
moment.
had the first half under 69. I just kept refreshing the score app, one eyeing it. That cashed. I had the game under. I was like, good night. Like I had just such a bad March Madness at the culmination of that. I had Arizona in splash, so that sucked. And I didn't really have a way to hedge it per se, right? I mean, you
How
could
many
have.
how many people got to the end of your Splash Sports Survivor?
So 7 had Connecticut and 25 had Michigan. So 25 people went home with 10 grand each on a $25 entry.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
pretty good.
Yeah, that's great. That's
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah, I actually just bet. I actually just got into a bunch of contests that had a ton of overlays, like right while I was waiting for you to log in. I was like, let's see what the overlay situation is. There's still quite a few with, I don't know, 13 hours to go. There's a $100 entry, a $500 entry, and a $25 entry. I didn't enter
What is this for? The Masters?
Yeah, for the Masters. They have to call it the Augusta Showdown. I think you're not allowed to call it the Masters on any other thing unless you're like CBS or one of the various streaming platforms.
Is that because the word master is racist? Like, you know how they don't.
I think it's trademarked.
Well, you know how you don't say master bedroom anymore.
Yeah, you say primary.
Primary bedroom.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah, like go get your jacket. It's in the primary bedroom. Yeah. No?
I
I
don't
don't
have kids, so it's like my jacket's in my bedroom. Like I don't have you know what I mean? I don't know. I just call it my bedroom. I think it's weird. Okay. We're already off the rails. 6 minutes
off
in.
off the
What if this
rails.
is
So,
our last show ever and this is how you leave everybody?
um yeah, anyways, I thought March Madness was pretty good though. I thought it was pretty good. I saw a lot of people crying about Michigan. None of the players on Michigan started at Michigan, and they
None
all.
of all the players on Illinois were from like Eastern Europe. What do you mean?
But I thought that was a very unfair criticism. Actually, I mean it wasn't like they went out and they just bought up all these superstar players. I mean Landenborg was, but the other guys like the center couldn't even get off the bench at UCLA. He wasn't like some stud that they bought. They developed all those guys, and I don't know. I think
But
Dusty
that's
May.
going to be the argument with anything now going in college basketball. Like when I was bitching about Cinderella being dead because it is, Cinderella
Mhm.
is dead because you're gonna have to catch lightning in a bottle with one decent team here or there, and that's gonna kind of be it. Maybe like Iowa, but Iowa's not Cinderella; they're a Big Ten team. So I feel like you got to be not a Power Four team. But that's what the argument's going to continue to be, is because until we get a grip on NIL, the transfer portal, until some actual protocols are in place, teams that have the deepest pockets are probably going to be able to acquire the best players.
The Big Ten is clearly taken over as the best sports conference.
I would
Right? And
agree.
that conversation, for the time being, has been put to bed. 3 straight football national championships from 3 different schools, and then you follow that up with a basketball national championship. And I'd have to say Michigan is the best sports program in the country right now, right? I mean, they have to be.
Really?
Well, what else could it be? We got the Frozen Four. It's here in Las Vegas tomorrow night. Michigan
Wow.
is
I hope
playing.
Michigan has a good hockey team.
They're playing Denver, the Pioneers.
Ooh,
They,
Denver.
they won
Ariel
the
and I are
national.
going to the University of Denver this summer.
Who is?
Me
You
and
know
Ariel
now?
for
Why are
Premier
you doing
Lacrosse
that?
League.
Oh, you're lacrosse.
I didn't know they were a good hockey team.
You didn't know Denver was a good hockey team.
I don't follow college hockey.
Wow. How could
Like,
you not know that?
I don't know, but like I know other things. Like, for example, our neighbors just named their daughter Baylor, and their mom was a collegiate softball player. And someone made a joke about, oh, maybe she'll go to Baylor. I was like, ew, they don't have a good softball team. And she was like, see, Kelly knows. I'm like, gotta know. It's like Oklahoma, it's Alabama, you got Clemson. You know the good. I don't know hockey. Sorry.
Obviously not. If you don't know that Denver is one of the better hockey programs.
I went to their field hockey area, their football field. I don't know. Anyway, who else? So it's Michigan, Denver.
I got some buddies that went to Denver University.
Of course
They
you
call it the Harvard of the Rocky Mountains.
Yeah, because they have the same symbol and they're all snotty little brats. It's like it is like Cambridge over there. That's where Ariel and I were last year for Premier Lacrosse League.
Maybe
Anyway.
Ariel can meet a nice fella.
Doubt it.
You know?
Who are the other 2 teams in the Frozen Four?
Oh, I don't know. I was just saying that Michigan.
I don't know collegiate hockey, and you don't know who the Frozen Four teams are.
I can't remember that. Michigan could theoretically have a basketball, football, and hockey title in a 3-year window. I mean, they've got to be the best sports program going right now, right?
Well, their football team's in a world of hurt.
Yeah.
North Dakota and Wisconsin. I probably could have guessed either one of those. I would have said honorable mention Minnesota.
So let's start at the top. What is Brett like at the Masters?
Well, that is interesting because in our tiers contest, in our one and done contest, the $3.5 million one on Splash, I overruled him and I put in Bryson.
You overruled him? What does that mean?
I just had to. Listen, it has gotten to the point where put in this guy, change it. Put in this guy, change it. And it was just like, he goes, hey, we're going John Rahm this week. And then we started talking about Bryson and the conditions. and everyone loves Oberg.
Oh,
And
we do. Everybody loves him.
I just finally just said enough. I'm putting in Bryson. Enough.
I feel like the names that I keep getting from everybody this week are Oberg for sure, number
Yes.
one. Everybody's on
Everybody.
him.
I don't know
Uh,
anybody that didn't bet him this week.
They like him a lot. They like Matt Fitzpatrick. He's a really trendy pick this week. There was one other one. Shoot. I don't know, there's a lot of people on Tommy Fleetwood. Tommy Fleetwood's one that a lot of people are picking, but I would say Oberg. I mean, everybody likes John Rahm.
Yeah.
Is John Rahm just in really good form on the Live Tour? Is that why that is? Because I would never watch the Live Tour.
You would never watch it. We went to the event in Vegas. That
Oh,
was fun.
We walked the golf course. I would never watch it on TV.
Oh, that's fair. No.
So I don't know if he's good or is having a
I
great
watch golf
year.
on TV on Sundays. Like,
So
I mean, that's the only day though. I'm not going to sit around the other days of the week. I have things to do.
I would say those three, and then you said Brett likes who? I don't think you really answered my question.
Brett
You
likes
just said
John Rahm. Here, let me give you the list that Brett gave to Joff for the Calcutta. How about that? Does that help? Because it's a tiered list, so you get everybody else. Okay, so Joff says, "Send over who you like tomorrow." I go, "I like Bryson, CT, and Brett both like John Rahm and Oberg." And he goes, "Send me some middle tier guys." And Brett proceeded to send a bunch of guys that weren't playing this week.
What?
And Joff goes, "So you want me to focus on Day and Hojegard of that list?" And I said, "Yeah, whatever you want. Sorry, falling asleep." And he goes, "Because the other three aren't playing." And I said, "Oh, for fuck's sakes, Brett." And then Joff proceeded to laugh. I said, "Let me have him redo." And he goes, "No worries." So Day, Hojegard, Burns, and Sungjae M.
I'm a little concerned that I'm asking for Brett's picks every week, and he doesn't know who's in the field.
Well, I think what he forgot to do was update his spreadsheet, and he was like fucking around with it and then hit the sort button or whatever he does.
Yeah.
And I think he was on last week's sheet. I'm going to give him that benefit of the doubt.
Well, that's a pretty different pool of players playing this week versus last week.
Correct, which is the problem. And then we get Joff's Masters thing has like the old guy gets like the best old guy you get points for. And so Brett said use VJ. You get top Asian. So
top Asian, is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
So a guy from Asia, but not an American that is Asian.
And how do you define old? Who's old?
I think you have to be one of the senior guys.
Oh, that's
okay. And then I said, by the way, for what it's worth, Jeff Sherman, if you guys all know him from the Westgate SuperBook.
I know Jeff, yes.
Said he bet against Rose and Hatton in matchups this week.
Yeah, I was gonna give you.
That's good. And I said, honestly, I'm just along for the ride. Draft whoever you want. Like at that point, I was just like, I felt so stupid that Brett gave me a list of guys that weren't playing.
Yeah, that's not great, actually. But then
he fixed it and he moved it on. Like an hour later, he gave me the correct 5, and I read them off to you guys. And good luck. So that's why I did play in some of these splash contests. I'd have to get our entire sheet for the Masters Calcutta, but I can give you an idea. Oh,
when's the draft?
It was last night. So we paid $2,000 for McIntyre. That got us 50%. Oberg, because Joff and CT both liked him, we paid $5,700 for half. We got Noren for $900, Hovland for $2,200, Cam Smith $1,300. We got 75% of Hojegard for $1,800, Brooks Koepka for $3,400, Berger for a little over a dime, Taylor $450, Wyndham Clark $500. We got 50% of Riley, who I don't even know who that is, for $400. Leo Packady for $650, Pulsini for $500. And I don't know who the last two guys are. And Joff laughed at that.
Let me give you I'm gonna try to give you guys a couple of plays for the
Please
20.
do.
How about that?
I
We got Bryson plus 105 against Rory McIlroy. Ever heard of him? The defending champ. They bet Jason Day over Adam Scott. Looks like most of that money came in at minus 105. And Patrick Reed minus 115 against Justin Rose. Did I get that
okay.
one right? Yeah. So
Yeah.
there you go. There's three matchups. We don't want Oberg to win. That's like our
I
worst
can
case scenario. I mean,
definitely tell you that.
that's who everybody's on. I have seen some sharper guys liking Fleetwood this week. Who did Jeff say you bet to win?
I don't know if Jeff told me he bet anybody to win. He sent me a ton of matchups.
No, trust me. He Jeff is betting like Masters futures all year.
He didn't. Okay, this is what he sent me. Matchups I played. Matsuyama minus 140 versus Morikawa. Matsuyama minus 150 versus Rose. Scott minus 130 versus Hatton. Fleetwood minus 155 versus Rose.
It seems like a lot of guys like Tommy Fleetwood.
And I said, "Hey, I have a question. Is Colin going to be able to go? I don't want to take any risk against him like last time where he took a swing and then withdrew." And he goes, "Yeah, I would be fading him in matchups and props." Have we
It's tough
heard?
to
I don't know. I don't know if he's going to play or not.
it's tough to follow Jeff's outrights because like he'll text our group and say all the guys he bet, but it'll be like, okay, I bet this guy at 150 to 1. And then you go and look at it and you're like, okay, Jeff, well, he's 16 to 1. So what should I do with that information? Like, how does that help me that you bet him 9 months ago at 150 to 1? What am I supposed to do with that information? It's kind of useless.
Fair
It's
enough.
kind of useless.
Well, is it useless? I don't know. I mean, but
It's just his way of showing off, right? Well, what else could it be?
Okay.
Well, if you're like, hey, what do you like this week? And I texted you,
Yeah, but that's
I
not
like,
fair because like last year when I was like, hey, I have Florida 40 to 1 and they were 5 to 1 to start the tournament. That's not my fault. That's your fault.
yeah, but I'm not like at the start of the tournament. Like at the start of the tournament, if I said, hey, give me a future, and you said take Florida at 40 to 1 when they're now 5 to 1, that's essentially what Jeff is doing, right?
Got it. Yes.
So
I see
so
what you're
like
saying. So
that
so I said it when I bet it and then
yeah.
proceeded to say it for the next 5 months. He says it today and you're like, cool.
And
He
I'm sure he has the bet. I'm not saying
No, I'm
that.
not saying he doesn't either.
It's just
But
like
he
it just
didn't do that to me. So maybe
yeah.
when you accuse him of these things, he did not say, "Hey, Kelly, bet this player that's now plus 650 at 15 to 1."
Right. I am accusing him of that.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna accuse. I think he does it purely to show off.
Well,
It's a show off move.
I hope he wins one.
Well, so do I. So do I.
Because you tailed at a worse number.
No, I'm just rooting for Jeff.
Oh, what else are you rooting for?
I don't know. I haven't really. I've been watching soccer the last 2 days. So I haven't.
Okay. Kelly has to drive all the way down from Gainesville 3 hours yesterday, turn around and go back up there at 5 a.m. to do the show for you. And you've been watching soccer the last 2 days.
Well, it's Champions League quarterfinals.
I don't know what that means.
It's the Champions League, so it's like the biggest games of the year. So
I thought the World Cup was going to be the biggest games of the year.
Well, that's international. This is club.
Oh God. Okay.
So, yeah, I had to watch the Champions League, obviously, right?
That's why we had to postpone the show an hour so you could finish watching soccer.
An hour we postponed the show?
Well, we were scheduled at 5 p.m. Eastern. It is 6 p.m. Eastern.
We said like a few days ago, 6 Eastern.
Because of soccer or because you actually had
No, because of soccer.
That's what I was getting at. Did you push me back an hour because of soccer?
Yeah. I wanted to watch the game. What?
Nothing. Okay. What else? What other words of wisdom do you have to share for us, John Murray? Let's hear it.
There's a UFC event in Miami on Saturday, and it's really good. It's really, really good. Although the co-main event got postponed. That fight got pushed back to the next pay-per-view event, which is in New Jersey. What area? New Jersey? Do you want me to give you these picks? I mean, you
Yeah.
guys can't. You guys can't handle it though. You guys are such fucking crybabies. Every time some fighter loses, you're like, "Oh my god,
Whoa.
shut up,
Whoa.
shut
We
up."
already let you air your grievances about
Oh
CT
my
last
god,
week.
man, you guys are
He watches
such
the
babies.
show. If I promise he's not gonna cry about it. It was just
I've never seen people like when you make a bet, you might lose the bet. Stop betting so much. There you go. There's your answer.
then it's not exciting.
Oh my god.
It's so true. We just had this argument. We had the day before Easter, we were at CT's mom's house, hanging out with him and his brother, their babies, wives, everybody were having a great time. And his brother and I just had this conversation about the amount that it takes to get your juices flowing. Like I just logged in my account and I faded all Trent's baseball today and it went 4-0. And I was like, oh, that feels good. That gets your juices flowing. Like I gave Joff, I said, okay, I'm in for 2 dimes in the Calcutta because I got my ass kicked in March Madness. I got my ass kicked in college basketball Calcutta. And I was like, let's reel this in because I know not very much about golf. So I was trying to get you to put in 2 dimes into the Calcutta, and you were like, whoa, way
Two
above my
two
pay grade.
$2,000 in some stupid golf pool with you guys. This is why you guys are always all stressed out about everything. It's true. I mean, I'm sitting at
No, you just
home.
need enough. And then I thought last night, I was like, I got some money that came my way that I've been expecting for a while. And I was like, damn, I should tell Joff I'm in for more. But I was like, no, we just had this conversation.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you guys. But like I'll be like sitting at home watching a movie and then it's just like a text, "Oh my god, this team lost." Shut up. I mean, I can honestly tell you I won't miss that at all.
Okay.
It's so ridiculous. It like grow up. It's part of gambling.
It is part of gambling. This is correct.
Oh my god. All right. So they bet Paulo. I don't like that one. They bet Paulo Costa plus 170. He's on a plus 155. I feel like that guy never fights though. They
I don't
bet
even know
they,
who that is.
and they bet Cubs Swanson minus or at even money, and he's now minus 120. So, and they bet in the main event they bet Carlos they bet Olberg plus 110. He is now minus 120 against Yuri, but I would never bet against Yuri. Yuri's one of the most entertaining guys in the sport. I love watching Yuri fight. That really is a great main event.
Hmm.
So should be pretty good. We'll have the fights on here at the Sportsbook, but I won't be here, Kelly. I'll be in Virginia. Emma, my niece's birthday party. And
Oh,
then on Sunday, I'm going with Joff to watch the Masters. Like that's a
at the
tough thing.
clubhouse
Well,
or
see, that's the thing. That's where it's hard
at
to
the
be
White
friends with her.
House? Because he sent us a
Well,
picture from the White
I
House
know.
lawn on Easter.
It's tough when you have a friend like Joff because you know me. I'm just a regular guy.
I've never
I
met
just
him. I
I
just
just well, I
exchange
just
money
wanted to
with him on a
go.
regular basis.
I just wanted to go have a few beers with him and watch the Masters.
Okay.
But he can't like do stuff like that. You
Why?
know, he's got
His
to go to
security
some.
clearance is too high or what?
No, he's got to go to like some rich person's house or other rich people, and they're wearing like pastel colored clothes,
And
and they're
loafers.
yeah, no one will be wearing socks. No socks.
We just had this conversation. I don't like socks, but
Okay.
there's a photo of Chris, his brother, mom, and dad, nice suit, loafers, no socks. And Val
Yeah.
and I were laughing about, she
Yeah.
goes, oh, Billy never wore socks. And I was like, Billy and I agree. But I think it's different as a woman. I think men need to actually wear socks. It sounds like a
Well,
hypocrite.
it's
But
just something that like people in Joff's circle would do.
because don't those leather loafers make your feet sweat and then you get blisters?
I don't know. I can't afford
Or
leather
are they
loafers.
so nice and like soft, buttery leather that like
Oh, I
then
don't
you
know.
never wear socks?
But like I just wanted to watch the golf with him. I mean, I'm sure it'll be fun. But yeah, it's just he can't really. He just so much is expected of him
Hmm.
in the community that he can't really just like go and be a normal person.
Well,
Yeah.
maybe I don't know, stop hanging out with Abigail, and his life might be a little
Yeah.
bit more interesting.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure there'll be a lot of awfuls at the party too, right?
So wait, you're going to his house to watch? You're going to a bar? Going to the country
No,
club?
no, no. It's like he sent it to me. I got to look at the text again. I think it's some rich person's house that he knows.
Oh, so you're not going to know anybody else there?
I don't know about that. I don't know
Because it's
about
like all the
that.
rich people you guys went to high school with?
No, I think these people like we went to like a mid-tier rich high school.
No, 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 no.
Yeah, we
I
did.
used you as a solid example yesterday. So I found out how
Mhm.
much we were paying as a collective family unit. My contribution's nominal because I'm going to pay for other things that are more important, like going to Universal Studios and shit. But I found out how much these like club sports are that the kids are
Mhm.
all playing.
Mhm.
And I was like, why don't we just not do that and pay for private school as a better return on their investment, right? Like this 13-year-old girl is not going to grow up to be a professional volleyball player. That is such an exorbitant amount of money to be paying for club volleyball every single year. And her dad's argument is it's great for her. It's great for her attitude. It's great for her development. It's great for her friendships and all these other things. And I go, yeah, but private school. And I started talking to Brett, and everybody I know now as an adult, except for me, went to private school. And I really think it's like a really big thing
Mhm.
for your life. Like there
Why?
was no private school in Manhattan, Kansas. Like you could till 8th grade to go to Catholic school, but outside of that, like I don't know. So don't give me this like, oh, we went to a mid-tier.
Well, in the DC area, that's true. It's not like I went to Gonzaga College High School in Northwest DC. That's not nearly as fancy as like Georgetown Prep or
It's almost $40,000 a year, John Murray.
no, it's not. Gonzaga's not 40,000 a year.
Starting with rates starting at $33,530.
Oh, my parents got a good deal. When I went there, it was like 9.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and there's some people get scholarships and things like that, obviously, just like, like my friends that went to IMG, I'm like, holy shit. Like,
Well, look up Landon. Look up Landon tuition. That Landon is where like the real snobs send their kids.
53,500.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. That's 3rd through 5th grade. Hold, please.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
No, 55,750 per year.
Well, Gonzaga, Sidwell Friends is another one of these really rich schools. I think that's where the Obama girls went,
Ah,
I believe. I think that Chelsea Clinton went there.
huh.
Yeah, but no, it's a lot. There's a lot expected of a guy like Joff. He's a pillar in the community. But
Sidwell is the most expensive.
Sidwell Friends.
No, St. Albans is the
Oh,
most
St.
expensive.
Albans. Huh. Yeah, I forgot about that place. I think Timmy Murray went there. You know Timmy Murray from
Wow,
VSiN? I think he did, yeah.
that's really hilarious.
Oh, I like Tim Murray. He's a good
I
guy.
didn't say I didn't like Tim Murray, but it did like I don't know. My political affiliations as rich kids can't tell me shit. So it's really hard for me to just like say that with like a smile on my face.
You got a real hard on about this private school thing,
Because
huh?
I think I've realized how fucked up everything is and how fucked up schools are, talking to all my friends that are teachers and administrators, and I'm like, we should just send her to private school. If we're gonna pay $20,000 a year for sports, what's the difference?
I don't know. I'm not really sure if I agree with that because I think now with this new generation, like if they're not playing sports,
Yeah.
then they're gonna sit at home
Yep. On their
on
phone.
like playing like video games and whatever. I don't even know what kids do anymore.
Well, but these private schools also have sports, is I
Yeah,
guess my point.
okay.
Like
Fair point.
if you're
Yeah,
good
yeah, yeah.
enough, you make the team, right? Then you're not traveling all around the state of Florida for club volleyball every single day or 4 days a week.
That's a good point.
That's all. I mean, they
That's
had
a
a
good point.
tournament. We had her little sisters because they had a tournament on Easter. I was
Really?
appalled in
Wow.
Chicago. I was like, this is crazy. But apparently it was nationals for 13-year-olds. I don't know. What do I know? I just played school sports until I wasn't allowed to.
I think one of the interesting storylines that I've noticed this week is Scheffler is kind of like a forgotten man going into this tournament. And we keep raising his odds, and we're up to 6-1 on Scotty right
Hmm.
now. And there just aren't, I mean, there's people betting him. He's the favorite. But it's not like we have a lot of tickets or money on Scheffler, and we win a nice amount on Scheffler. It's very strange to see him kind of being forgotten about heading into the Masters, and seeing his odds just sort of creep up, while other guys like Bryson DeChambeau, who's really been popular, he's going down. Rahm's going down. Oberg's going down. I just think I think that's a strange storyline to watch this weekend.
Yeah, I'm looking at a bunch of different stuff. There's just I know that you guys have a lot of different offerings for golf tournaments week in and week out, like top 5, top 10, top 20. But there's so and make him miss the cut, yada yada yada. But like there's so many different specials, I would say, for the Masters that it's like kind of overwhelming.
Is Masters Sunday the best day of televised sports of the year?
I
I think it's, yeah, I think so.
I would say it's up
What
there.
what could be better than that? The Super Bowl is always crap. You know, I like the Final Four is good.
Yeah.
I like the Final Four.
Yeah, Masters Sundays is I mean, we're going to a Masters party on Sunday. I actually asked if he was having it all 4 days. And he was like, "No, Kelly, I'm having it on Sunday." I'm like, "Oh."
I think Masters Sunday is the best. It's probably my favorite sport, like sports watching day of the year. I would say is this Sunday. We're through March Madness. Now we're shifting into like the Masters, of course. Then the NBA and NHL playoffs are about to start. And
The
then
Kentucky Derby's in 3 weeks.
the Kentucky Derby is coming up. We're gonna have a huge Kentucky Derby, May 2nd. We got all of our big race players coming in for Derby. So
Ooh.
we'll be very, very busy for the Kentucky Derby. I'm excited. I like this time of year. This is more my time of year, even though the very disappointing setback today in Paris. I knew we should have sent you to Paris. I knew we should have sent you to Paris. We played like shit. Team
Yeah,
played like
well. All
lost
right, I could have at
2.
least put it on my television while I was here working, but you didn't tell me. I should have known that's why you wanted to push back the show, but I didn't put 2 and 2 together yet.
I don't that's really all I have in terms of sharp action. I mean, I told you who we don't want to see win. And I do think, like I said, the Scheffler thing is kind of interesting. You know, just after he won the Masters the second time 2 years ago, he's in the prime of his career. I know this sounds ridiculous,
Is
but
he hurt? What's going on? Like that everybody
I think it's just his form hasn't been there this
Yeah,
season.
that's fair.
And which to his level is so high. And I know this sounds ridiculous because he's 6-1, but I'm actually like a little surprised that he's that high,
Hmm.
given where he
So
is.
would you say there's value on Scotty?
I haven't, but that's the
implying
thing. I
here?
mean, I'm not seeing sharp guys bet him.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So like, if there was, they'd come in and take it, right? I would think. So, and we just haven't seen that yet. We just haven't seen that yet. What? Tell me about. Are you doing a Splash Sports contest?
I am not.
You
So
don't have one. Who is it? What is it? Rick.
last
Rick runs good.
Rick is doing one. Veason's doing one, and another guy I don't know who this is, and so I apologize.
Mhm.
Jake Hutt.
Okay.
I don't know who Jake Hutt is. Sorry, Jake. Anyway, he's got a Augusta Showdown for 100,000. I entered that one because there's a like huge overlay. There's like a $40,000 overlay right now. Are they going to fill? Probably, but like right now, I was like, you know what? I'll do the 100. I'll do the $25 one just to give me some extra action because you pick one from each tier group. So there's like 8 different tiers. So obviously, you pick one from the Rahm, Bryson, Scheffler kind of group. Then you start to go down from there. And they're the people in tier 7 and 8. I have no idea who the hell they are. So I have to ask Brett.
Who's doing the Veason one? Is it Mitchell Moss?
It's not. It just says Veason.
Oh, really?
So Yeah, I just guess as a whole. But that one's $500. It's got a $20,000 overlay left. Sorry, quick math. Maybe 17,000 actually. But I don't know. That to me, like the higher stakes stuff in football, yes. Basketball, yes. Golf, I don't know if I really want to throw away 500 extra dollars on golf.
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't know.
yeah. I
We'll
don't
see.
know.
I got the money in my account right now, so I'm like I'm pondering it. Let's see if there ends up being an overlay. We'll check back in 13 hours from now, and if there's like a $5,000 or $6,000 overlay, it's a little plus EV.
Sure.
So yeah, I have a whole list of stuff that I want to do for us for football season, but lots of things are on hold right now until I figure out my life.
I know. I feel like you're constantly asking me questions about football season.
I have like today, Ariel
Okay.
and I were talking about. So we're going to SEC Media Days. It's here in Tampa.
I thought you hated the SEC.
Of course I do, but I gotta go to the media days. It's in Tampa. I gotta stay at home, and it's right up the road. It's easy. But she was laughing because like right after we're going straight to PLL, and she goes, "Wait, so I'm coming down for SEC Media Days, and then you're making me fly Southwest to Denver?" And I'm like, "Okay, well you can fly whatever airline you want. This is the flight I'm taking. Like, it is what it is." So yeah,
Does Ariel think she's better than Southwest?
yes.
Really?
One time I flew her when we went to Clay Travis's Halloween party. I flew her to Nashville. I was like, let me just use my points. Then you don't have to pay for it. So she got not only a free flight, but complained about the entire time.
What's wrong with Southwest?
I don't know. I'm a little pissed off at them right now because I lost my companion pass over a technicality. And I'm like, this is bullshit. And then also lost almost $1,000 in flight credit that was never supposed to expire that now expired. So we're kind of beefing a little bit, but I've had their credit card since like, I don't know, 2003.
Oh, me
So
too.
it's kind of hard to like, and again, I live in Florida. I'm in Vegas all the time. I want direct flights. It is conducive to some of the things in my life. So, yeah, I just need to figure out football season stuff. Like I'm already look, I'm already making lists about football season and shows that I'm going to do. Kelly Murray has a question mark. I know I'm going to do bet on it. I know I'm going to do last call, but John Murray and I have a question mark. So
Big question mark. Big question mark, huh? The question mark.
I'll add another one just so I can emphasize it.
That's
Yeah.
a big question mark.
So I don't know. Yeah, I'm working through things. I'm a big planning type person, John. Like
No, you are. You're actually good about that. You do a good job of like having your itinerary for your trips and everything.
Yeah, and I'm already like, okay, I'm gonna
true.
fly to Vegas this week in August. I'm gonna play golf with you, except you're probably not gonna play with us because you never do. I'm gonna sign up for the contests. I'm gonna get the hell out of there. Like, but I'm gonna like parlay it with like something else so that I can pay for my trip like I did last year.
I don't know what football contests I'm going to do this year.
No,
I don't. I'm not going to do Survivor anymore. I'm not going to. I don't want to be in that contest anymore. No, I mean just
like any Survivor at all.
No, the big one.
Okay.
Just seeing who wins that now is just like, oh, like that's not possible to win that. So I don't think.
Well, here's the thing, and I never.
Go ahead.
I don't want to misspeak, but I just feel like there are some companies out there that are privy to information that not everybody is privy to. And I don't think that's fair. I think there are groups out there, and there's literally nothing the casino or Derek can do about it. And that's
I don't blame.
That's why I hesitate to say anything because it's not like there's literally nothing like Crack and I do a show every Monday called KIV and Crack. And when we did it last August, there were people in the comments furious that Crack had 30 entries because the contest rules state you can only have 10 entries, right? But we know these groups and these poker groups and all these people buy all of these entries, but then they also own websites that sell said entries. And they also own websites that you can plug in your picks so you can figure out your path. And there's just a lot that I just wonder about.
If Jay Cornegay asks me to do the millions with him again, I would do that with Jay.
Yeah,
Because I
because you guys
like
crush.
what's that?
You guys always crush together.
We finished 2 points out of the money this season. We actually went 5-0 the last week, and we finished 2 points out of the money. But Jay's got a really good NFL opinion. So I like talking to him during the week. So if he wanted to do one with me, it's not even really about the entry. It's just like good to know what he's thinking.
Well,
You
I
know what
think
I
he's
mean?
won the RJ contest like 17
Yeah.
years in a
Oh,
row.
Jay's got a really good NFL opinion. So I would do that with him, but Survivor, no more for me. You just it's a little bit it's uncontrollable now. And it's not their fault. I agree with you. There's not really anything that can be done about it. But I don't think it makes sense for me, just one person, to put up like $3,000 and get 3 entries going up against these groups. That just is not smart, I don't think. Now, if you look at it and it's just purely entertainment, the contest is incredibly fun. It is. But you can't, I don't really like the NFL. So there's nothing fun about it really for me. And I just can't throw away $3,000 going up against
Yeah,
it.
I mean, week 18 when I had the Chiefs just to beat the Raiders wasn't fun for me, and I should have hedged. I mean, uh, see? Now I
Yeah.
know now I'm ready. I'm ready for I'm ready for a 4-month break.
You deserve it. You deserve it. When are you and your dad going? Is that tomorrow?
Yeah, so we're gonna go see his. Apparently, there's a lot more things to like hearts and valves and arteries and veins and things that I don't even know about. But he has a whole team,
Mhm.
and they want to meet with us. And I'm like,
Wow.
can't this be a phone call? You can't call me. Like, why do we need to go in person? So I'm a little panicked because that's just how my brain works. But
Yeah.
listen, he's 79. He is not a big old fat guy that eats cheeseburgers and smokes cigs and drinks whiskey. So by all intents and purposes, he's fairly healthy.
Mhm.
So we'll see what they say tomorrow and make some decisions. And yeah, I'm going to go live in Hillbilly, Florida for a couple months and take care of him.
That's nice.
Oh yeah,
Well,
I can't wait for him to eat something that I'm like, "Oh, you can't eat that." And he tells me to get the fuck out of his house. It's gonna be a great time. I'm already thinking I'm gonna build a she shed or buy a she shed so that I can have my own office, like, outside.
well, speaking of hillbillies, I will be in Virginia this weekend. Birthday party Saturday, rich guy masters thing Sunday, golfing with my brother on Monday.
Ooh.
And
To
then
that hollow place or wherever you sent us?
I forget where. No, he switched it. He
Oh,
switched it. He switched. He texted me earlier today. I didn't read the text yet, but he switched it to something else. I know that much. I don't
a
know what he
better
switched.
golf course for his brother, I hope, since he won't
Uh,
help mom take care of an adopted pug if she gets one.
yeah, yeah.
Peter.
That's the tough thing about going back there is I miss the dogs so much. Uh,
Aw.
that sucks. But I'll be back there for a few days, then back out here. We got the Bro-Am on April 26th. I got to get the. I'm gonna have to go with Scheffler mugshot, right? Oh no,
Is that
Tiger mug.
no, Tiger mugshot. Yeah,
Tiger mug. Yeah, you're right. I said that wrong.
yeah.
Tiger.
You had Scheffler mugshot last year,
I had
right?
Scheffler last year. We've done John Daly. There's a John Daly one.
I think it's the one in the back of the car where Tiger just is like has his head against the window, whichever angle that was, and he's just like
Yeah.
his
I
eyes
keep
are just huge. He's just hating his life, like that, or where he's got the thing over his head and he's just screaming into the void. Like one of those is really good too.
every year I want the picture on the beer koozie to be like one of these golfers that got like ridiculously drunk one night and has like a terrible picture of them being super drunk. And I'm always planning to do that. And then another golfer gets arrested and I got to go with the mugshot. So, and Tiger Woods is the most famous golfer ever. So I
He's got
got
a
to go.
couple mugshots.
I got to go Tiger.
Apparently that shirt he was wearing is like sold out everywhere. Everybody bought the Tiger that light bluish.
Yeah, he looks good. Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
meant the shirt is sold out. It's like, what? It's like the
Uh,
best marketing for these companies is like you get arrested wearing their their merch.
I like that shirt before we cut it to where it's just me and you. I could see our both of our producers are really good looking young guys, and
Well, one
I
of them's
really
really
liked
drunk in Italy right now, so I did not let him cut in.
I liked Johnny Hoagland had like an LIV golf sweater. Man, he looked
Yeah.
good. And then we got to see Louis' family there in Italy. But I gotta say, I wasn't a fan of Lou. I thought he was a little curt with his parents. I
Let's put it this way. If I spoke to my dad that way,
didn't care for it.
oh boy.
So, Big Lou, his dad will be out here for the Bro-Am. They are the defending champs.
Ooh.
The two Lou's, Eric Osterman, who I used to work with, and John Hoagland. Defending champs will do that on the 26th. Kentucky Derby's on May 2nd. Do we still have to talk to one another, or what do you want to do? Do you want to continue
I mean, you're
talking?
in a couple different group chats with me. You don't have to respond, but
I
I'm probably still
basically
gonna jump in there.
I basically muted all of the group chats. But
If I just go at John Murray, it's still notified. You know that, right?
yeah. Oh, is that right? That'll override the mute?
I don't think it necessarily overrides the mute, but it gives you a notification. Let's try
Oh.
it.
No thanks.
I will. I'm gonna do that right now.
No thank you.
See. Let's see what Joff is doing.
Well, that's pretty much all I got. I'm looking forward to the Masters and looking forward
Did
to.
that work?
Yeah, actually it did.
Don't you?
Yeah. Any final words of wisdom for me?
Nada. I'll see you in August.
Oh yeah. All right. We'll talk soon.